hand. So let's do that a couple times. Yeah, that's the, believe it or not, the easier part of the lick. So I was playing that over and over again, and one day Billy Sheehan came in and he said, well, can you do it the other way? You know, instead of descending, can you ascend? So my first answer was no, that would be impossible. And my second answer was, well, let me go home and work on it. So I did come up with a way of doing it, and the worst part is the first 6 notes because there's such a big stretch. I have to start down here. And it just occurred to me, maybe I should do it here instead. But anyway, for whatever reason, I decided to start on the D string. So. And now would be a good time to demonstrate also the way I pick it, because I don't pick every note. I pick the first note with a downstroke, do 2 hammer-ons, and then pick the last 3. And I think that's, let me see. Yeah, so it'd be down, up, up. Once again, down, up, up. Now that's a horrible thing to practice because it's such a big stretch, so I apologize for that. And, but it gets easier as you go up because the frets start getting closer together as you go up the neck. So, and then you're at the top. And thank goodness I'm sitting down because it's a lot easier to play when the guitar is about up here. And live, when I'm down here, you know, in rock mode, it's a little more of a challenge. A lot of times I put my foot up on the monitor or just try really hard. But anyway, the ascending part, let me see if I can get it up to speed a little bit. One more time. 1, 2. There we go. So that is the beginning and the end of Colorado Bulldog, and practice it on the shortest neck guitar you can, and so you don't ruin your hand. So a shorter scale guitar, you know, the 24 and 3/4 scale is definitely easier than, actually this one's the longer. This is a 25.5. So, but I'm sitting down, so it's all right. So we're about to play some parts from a Mr. Big song called Daddy, Brother, Lover, Little Boy, and this of course features the Makita drill. We've made some improvements in technology since the old days. I used to use 3 picks at the end of the bit, and right now I've got 4 picks. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I don't know, that's 1 faster, I guess, you know, when you spin it around. So of course, all you do is bring it in. Let's find out what angle is the best, because not every angle works best. Another thing is, this is actually an older model Makita. The newer drills, when you let go of the trigger, they just go like, yip, and they stop. But the older ones have that nice, you know, they have a long, so if you can find these, I bought this on eBay for about 10 bucks. So they're not expensive. You just got to find the old Makita, vintage drills. All right. So that happens in the song. Let me show you some of the solo part. Let's see, we're in the key of G. But that's the beginning. The middle is actually an E. And it goes something like this. That'll do it. So one of the challenges of this song is the first note is not on the downbeat. It's on the upbeat. It's going like 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, you know that. So 1, 2, 3. And when I wrote this solo, I had the idea that I wanted to have a lot of 16th notes. I wanted it to go, you know, but if I started on the upbeat like that, it would sound kind of strange. So I had to start with a little slower melody. And then it goes into the 16th notes. So, you know, I was thinking about the phrase there, and hopefully when you do your own solo, you'll think about that sort of thing as well. It's not only fast stuff. You have to get into it in a way that's musically works. I can't think of a better word. So let me do that slowly for you. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. There it is. So one of the patterns that I really like in there is these 5 patterns where I go. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now 5s, normally are a number that causes trouble. If you're playing 16th notes, you want 4s, you want 8s, you want something that fits into 16 well. But since I had 2 5s, that adds up to 10. And so to make it 16, we need 6 more notes. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then it becomes a nice chunk that fits into the groove. So, and there's the 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So. Come in. All right, so that's some of my thinking behind Daddy, Brother, Lover, Little Boy.